have some refreshments.
Oh.
Okay.
Great. Hi.
This is very difficult for me. I'm not used to talking to people. I wouldn't have the courage to do this even now, but talking to yourself can get kind of boring. Don't you think so? As you can see, I'm not exactly a movie star type. Well, looks aren't everything. I think it's character that counts in a person. Certainly hope I have that. Of course, you know, whenever I meet people, girls, I seem to bore them.
Perhaps that the girls you have met didn't take the trouble to see you. I mean, they might have looked at you, but there's a big difference between looking at somebody and really seeing somebody. I mean, anybody with two eyes can look at somebody, but to really see somebody, that takes a lot of understanding.
You're nice to talk to.
Thank you. I'm afraid that most of the boys I meet, they find me kind of boring.
Oh. You boring? It's impossible.
I guess perhaps maybe neither one of us has ever met the right person.
Maybe not so far. My name's Pete.
I'm Betsy.
Would you You know, I've had some silly daydreams in my life.
You have?
Yeah, you know, about growing up to be a famous adventurer and marrying the most glamorous woman in the world and everything, you know.
I have had
I think sometimes
silly
a person
daydream all my life, too. It's a daydream that I have never told anyone except my Raggedy Ann doll. And to really tell you what my daydream is, I have to go back to my childhood to really explain it to you. You see, when I was growing up, we were very poor. And I never got a chance to read anything very much because we didn't have any books in our house to speak of. Oh, well, no, we did. We had, well, my mother had a couple of cookbooks, you know, but nothing, and there, well, oh, no, my father had a big book of etchings. I remember one etching in particular of Stanley greeting Livingston, but I digress. Then one day, my great aunt came over and she gave me my own little personal book of fairy tales. Well, I tell you, that just opened up a whole new world for me. It was like walking into a dark room and turning on a light, opening up a door into a world of imagination.
That is wonderful because I know exactly what you mean. You know, I can remember the first time that I opened up Arabian Nights. Yes. You know, I had to read it in secret down the street at Raymond's house because my father didn't approve of me reading. Now, he wanted me out there on the sand lot playing softball like my athletic big brother.
I'm not finished.
So anyway, pardon.
So any old who, to make a long story short, I read this fairy tale book, and from then on, one of my favorite daydreams in the whole wide world was, you won't laugh at this, will you? Because I've only told this to one person, my Raggedy Ann doll.
Raggedy Ann doll, yes.
All right, well, I dreamed, this was my daydream, you see, that someday I would grow up and I would be a princess. A beautiful princess. I know you're probably gonna laugh, you know, me thinking little plain old me that I would grow up to be a princess.
Anyway, so one day my dad caught me down at Raymond's house reading that darn Arabian Night. I had to tell him that it was a school assignment because I don't ever figured out what he was doing over there anyway.
In this daydream, I am this princess, and along comes a handsome prince, and he just carries me away, into the woods.
That's exactly what I was saying, like in my daydream. You know, I don't think we should expect those fairy princesses and those godlike princes to come. I think a person should probably compromise.
Ordinary people are the backbone of this nation. What really counts, and I have always said so, is sincerity. Sincerity counts.
If there's one thing I am, it is sincere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I like a thing, say.
Yes.
If I like it, I'll say that I like it. And if I don't like a thing, I'll say that I don't like it, too.
Let me tell you, I am the same way.
You know, for instance, I eat very often my breakfast at Al's coffee shop, you know? And say I order eggs over easy. Now, suppose the waitress brings them, say, sunny side up. Now, I speak up. I say, I don't like sunny side up, see? And I'm always that.
You know what the trouble is with waitresses?
You can't get their attention.
They don't listen.
They don't listen.
They don't listen. That would never have happened if she had really listened. I mean, it takes more than 2 ears to really listen. To really listen takes a lot of understanding.
You know, the waitress at Cecil's Cafe, now, she listens. Because I've been eating there for 5 years now. And I've never known her to make that mistake of not listening. I eat at Cecil's, you know, it's a good 2 blocks further than Al's. I say good 2 blocks because, well, actually, it's about 2.5 blocks. See, I live almost, not quite, but almost in the middle of the block. And I have to walk to the corner, cross the boulevard, which is a good wide street in itself. Then I have to walk 2 more blocks down 3rd, and then Cecil's is on the corner of 3rd and McGee. Whereas Al's is right on my corner, as I said. But you know, I think I like the brand of margarine they serve at Cecil's better. If it is margarine, I suppose it's margarine, because I don't think they serve real butter in coffee shops nowadays, although I don't know.
Very late.
Oh, is it?
I have an appointment early tomorrow.
Too.
Well, it was very nice talking to you.
It was very nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Flight 472 to Chicago will board through gate 37A.
Well, sis, I guess I better get on.
Oh, Chet, I can't bear to see you go. There's just never enough time to talk, is there?
No, honey, I promise I'll come back just as soon as I can. But listen, Next time, no more knocking yourself out with those fabulous meals and washing all my clothes and all that.
Oh, Pooh, will you stop? After all, you are my own brother, and I love you. And what did I do this week, anyway? I threw an extra potato into the pot, and I threw an extra towel into the washing machine.
Bye-bye, Uncle Chet.
Goodbye, sweetheart.
I love you. It's been super seeing you again.
Bye, pal. Nice
See
talking
you,
about
buddy.
the fraternity again. I felt like a kid.
Me too. Gosh, gang, I don't know when I've had such a good time, really.
Oh.
Playing Scrabble every night, my gosh. At which I might add, you are something of a champ, my friend.
Won a couple of games.
And going to the zoo, gosh, that was so much fun. And that roller coaster ride. Oh!
You were really scared.
You know, your Uncle Chet has always been scared of roller coasters.
Hey, you remember that time in the fraternity? Remember we all got bombed and went on that roller coaster?
Oh, what a night. My
God. Sang all the way on that thing. Yeah, what was that? Vermilion Aqua.
We're faithful to you.
That was it? Yeah,
That was
all
it.
the way.
Passengers for TOA Flight 472 to Chicago.
Oh, Chet.
I better get on before they
Transocean
leave.
Airlines
There's just
wishes to
never
thank you in
enough
advance
time, honey.
for
Bye,
your
Bye,
patience
Uncle
in
Chet.
standing
Goodbye,
by.
darling. Love you. Have a
Just
nice
a few
summer.
minutes. Goodbye,
And you
Osaka.
call me now. You call me. You know how I work.
Most wonderful week of my life.
I
Love you all.
I love
Bye.
you.
Due to minor mechanical difficulty, there will be a slight delay.
Well, goody. Goody, goody. Oh, that gives us a few more minutes together.
Listen, you don't have to wait around here. You were up late. I know you're all tired. Now,
Oh,
go
well,
ahead.
wait a minute. No. Now, we're not that tired. I mean,
Of
tired.
course not.
Of course not.
Well, this has been one of the most wonderful weeks of my life.
Mine
It has.
too.
Boy, it sure has. We all had fun.
Yeah.
Every one of us.
Oh, me too.
Well, I sure had a lot of laughs. Well, I don't think I'll ever get over that roller coaster ride.
Yeah, the
Phew, phew, phew.
I wish you could have seen your face. You were scared.
Oh, I was not. You know, you're getting to be a sadistic little character like your mom here. Well, you remember how you used to laugh at me on the roller coaster when we were kids, Helen?
Oh, well, now, Chet, you always were frightened of those
Oh.
things. You know it.
Gee, we sure have enjoyed playing games with you this week.
games.
Yeah,
The games. I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah,
The
it's-
games.
So dull around our house when you're not around here. Gosh, we just kind of eat and watch a little TV and go to bed. I never thought we'd stay up all night and play that Scrabble thing you have there.
Oh, let me tell you something, Mike. You are still the best Scrabble player that ever came down the old pike. Even if you do make up a few words now and then.
I didn't make up any words. That was that word M-E-N-T was in the dictionary. We looked it up. You remember that?
Yes, in the dictionary, but it's still a suffix.
Yeah, but we looked it
You
up.
tell him, Uncle Chet. He's always cheating at Scrabble.
Attention, passengers on Flight 472 to Chicago.
Chet, oh, honey.
Flight
Oh,
472
there
has
is
developed
never
some
enough
minor
time.
landing
No,
gear
it-
I love you,
problems.
Uncle Chet.
My
It will take
darling,
more
I
than a
love
few
you.
minutes to
Go on.
fix.
Now, you be
Oh,
sure
thank
and
you.
call me.
I sure
Sorry for
will.
this
I
inconvenience.
love you.
Love you all.
Goodbye, darling.
Please stand by.
Now, look, you all go, please. I don't mind waiting alone, really.
No. Now, we want to stay with you. I mean, my gosh, how often do we get to see you, for
Well, I
heaven's
know it.
sake?
Mom, maybe I should just run and call Mark real quick. I did say that I was going to call by now.
I am not going to be running all over this airport looking for you, young lady, so you can just hold your horses. His plane is bound to take off in a few minutes.
Helen, look, honey, I want you guys to run along. Now, you've got a lot of things you have to
Don't
do.
use that dictatorial tone with me that you always use. I am not your baby sister anymore. I happen to be a grown woman who loves you. And I plan on staying here until the last dog is hung.
Yeah, besides, I mean, we don't know when we're going to see you again after all, you know. And I don't have that much to do. I mean, I could be home mowing the lawn, but
Or fixing that sprinkler, which you should have done this week.
now, how was I going to fix a sprinkler this week when I got your brother here to entertain?
Gee, I didn't mean to be dictatorial. I just...
Chet, you are not going to get touchy, are you?
I am trying not to get touchy, Helen. I just think I have interfered with your lives as much as I should, and I want you all to please run along now.
Well, we are not all going to please run along
We're
now.
staying! Stuck it out this long. We're staying.
Stuck it out?
Mom, I have got to go call Mark.
I have heard enough out of you, young lady, and I mean it.
Well, just what are we going to do? Stand here for the rest of our lives? Yes! Yes, yes, yes!
If that's what we have to do, yes, we will. That is only common decency.
Helen, will you lay off that kid?
And when
She
you
just-
lay off of me, I have had it up to here with you. Feeding you and picking up after you and washing your dirty laundry as if you were 5 years old. And now, on top of it, you have the nerve to boss me around and call me sadistic in front of my own baby?
Oh, for crying out loud, Helen, you always have to take everything the wrong way.
Whoa, right here, mister. Just right here now. Don't you use that tone of voice in front of my wife.
I'll use any tone of voice that I want to use. Scrabble cheater!
This is just insufferable!
Insufferable. You know what's insufferable? I'll tell you what's insufferable is the amount of money that I'm laying out in that parking lot waiting for this clown to get on a plane.
Then go! 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 Who wanted you to take me to the damned airport anyway, scrunched down in that dinky little compact car?
Get him up.
You've been through my entire life. Every time some relative of yours just drops into
Will
town...
you just shut up? You get out of here. Something. Brother dear, for your information.
Yes?
When we play Scrabble
Oh.
in our home, yes, we play it with a sense of fun. You
that
see,
Is that so?
not
Well,
in
listen
that
to me,
picky,
baby.
picky
Listen to me,
competitive
baby
way
sister.
that you like to play it.
You...
Flight 472 to Chicago is ready for boarding.
Oh, Harmony. You be sure to call me.
You son of a gun.
I love you.
Oh, love you all.
call
See you
me,
soon.
sweetheart. I
Bye.
love you.